This is the story of a man who...
Now it's a bit more than the story of the man who. There's vampires involved and a magic jewel and...
This is all wrong.
What's all wrong?
The idea of this podcast was a serious investigation that will let us look at how the town has changed in the last 50 years.
Yeah, but it's turned into something way more interesting. We need to crack on. Say your name.
I'm Alfie Reese.
And I'm Morgana Huddleston.
Welcome to Truthdiggers.
And stop sighing.
In our quest to discover the truth about the disappearance of Colin Fraser 50 years ago, we've been tasked with finding something that belonged to him. A jewel called the Odd Stone.
Like in computer games where you're given a side quest. Only this one's been given to us by vampires who say they'll drain our blood if we don't find it. So it's not really optional.
We've come to the library to see if we can find out more about this Odd Stone.
I mean, we didn't have to. We could have just looked on the internet.
We looked on the internet and didn't find anything.
We didn't look on the entire internet. And besides, what makes you think there'll be anything in a book in Kergate Library that isn't on the internet?
I found it!
What?
Look! This book is called A Guide to Precious Gemstones. It's really old, but there's a section on jewels with a mythological sort of backstory to them. There it is!
Ravenite. A rare type of crystal much sought after in the use of witchcraft.
Of course. That's where I heard the word Oddstone before. Rhiannon mentioned it.
You love her.
I don't.
You wish you was your girlfriend.
Shut up. We need to talk to Rhiannon. We went back to the local history expert, Rhiannon Richards, to find out more about the Oddstone. Hi, Rhiannon.
I'm at work, Alfie. I'm supposed to be giving a tour of the castle in 10 minutes.
Please talk to us. We took the bus all the way out here.
Come on, don't make him beg.
We met up with Rhiannon at Marston Castle, where she works as a tour guide. Entry costs just £8.50 for adults and £5 for children. They're open 7 days a week from March to November.
Do you have to say all of this?
Yes. Her boss would only let her take a break to talk to us if I promised to say this. And their annual Halloween fun day is always very popular. Marsden Castle, where history comes to life.
Now, in a letter Colin sent to the local newspaper in 1968, he claimed the Oddstone was given to him by a sea witch. But why are you looking for it?
Well, some vampires. I mean, the peppercorns gave us a drawing of it.
Ah, that's very interesting.
Suddenly, a gust of wind came from nowhere and whipped the drawing of the Oddstone out of my hand. Where did it go?
I think it went into the keep, through one of the slot windows.
This is actually a pretty cool castle.
One of the most intact castles in England. Not Wales, though. Much better castles in Wales.
There's the drawing, over in the corner.
Thou sully my proud home with thy presence.
It's a ghost!
Yep. A proper old-timey posh ghost. Wearing a ruff. And he just stepped out the wall, all glowy and shimmery and furious.
It's an actual... It's a...
Ghost. Yeah, calm down.
We don't want any trouble, Mr. Ghost.
My name is not Mr. Ghost.
That would be a massive coincidence.
I am the Duke of Morelands, and this castle is my home.
Actually, it belongs to English heritage now.
I have watched thee, vile traitor. Thou bringst spies here.
They're not spies, they're...
Foreigners, Scots, Yorkshiremen. Thou layest bare all my castle's secrets to them. 'Tis a wonder thou hast not been invaded 100 times.
This is nothing to do with us. Can we have our drawing back and then
Silence, witch! Thou seekest the Oddstone to tap its heathen power.
Wait, you say that like you've seen it before.
It was brought here on the day this land was invaded by persons come from high and low, bearing the totems of their ancestors and desiring to know their value.
You mean that time they filmed Antique Showcase here?
What's Antique Showcase?
It's that show where people bring their antiques in and experts tell them how much it's worth.
But Antique Showcase didn't start until 1981.
After Colin disappeared.
Which gives us a lead. Cheers, ghostly Duke guy.
Ah, but thou will never locate the gem without this draftsman's image.
It's all right. We already took a photo of it.
Go!
It was simple to find out which episode of Antiques Showcase was filmed at Marston Castle.
And we managed to find this clip from the episode online.
Okay, so what have you brought for us to look at?
It's a sort of jewel. I bought it at a house clearance a few years ago.
And how much did you pay for it?
£1.60. It was the unusual colour that caught my eye.
And I understand it has some other unusual property.
That's right. I had a run of bad luck, and I thought it might be cursed, so I threw it in the sea.
Gosh!
Yes, the next thing I knew, I was sitting on the beach, my clothes were soaked, and I was holding the jewel. And I had no memory of swimming out to sea to get it back, but I must have done.
What a funny story. Well, if you were to sell it, I think a jewel of this size and quality would be worth about 200 to 300 pounds in today's market.
That's nice, if it ever lets me sell it.
Yes. Thanks for bringing it on the show.
It's clearly the same jewel from the drawing.
And we found the woman in the programme in a Facebook group called I Was Once on Antique Showcase. Her name's Harriet Vale, and she lives in a village near Kirgate called Statling Bream.
So we asked Rhiannon to drive us over there.
So after I told my boss I saw the ghost, he said I could take the rest of the day off because I was probably feeling shaken.
You don't seem that shaken.
No, I know. I am, though. Very shaken. Very shaken.
Someone's written in this book.
What book?
This library book about gemstones. There's loads of writing in the blank pages at the back. Colin must have written this.
They're like poems?
Or spells.
So, here we are at the home of Harriet Vale, the last known person to possess the Oddstone.
Hello?
Hi, we're making a podcast for a school project, and we were hoping to talk to you.
It's not a good time. I've got visitors and...
Miss Vale, we need to get into the attic.
I'd really rather you didn't go rummaging around up there.
Why? What do you have to hide?
Nothing. It's just a right old mess.
She's left the door open. Let's go inside.
Oh, we can't do that.
What's she going to do? Have us arrested?
Maybe, yes. Harriet Vale's living room had already been searched by whoever was up in her attic, so our chances of finding the Oddstone seemed very slim indeed.
Found it. Shh. It was inside this Compare the Makeup mug. You must have skipped straight past it.
How did you find it so quickly?
I think it sensed that I have, hidden magical powers and it guided me straight to it.
Or you just got lucky.
Who cares? Let's go.
But we can't just take it.
Oh, can we? Come on.
We've managed to get back to my house with the Oddstone, so we just need to hand it over to the peppercorns and then we can get back on with investigating.
What? And let them take over the world? Nah.
But you just said we had to take it because...
I think the spells in the back of this book are meant to be used with the Oddstone and we need to work out how to use it for ourselves. We've put a scan of the pages up at the Fun Kids website. Help us decide which spell is the one to use.